Okay, I have 3 people on FaceTime. Okay, stop, ready? According to ASPCA.org, approximately 6.5 million companion animals enter a U.S. shelter each year. Out of that 6.5 million, 1.5 million of them are euthanized each year. We all have the ability to contribute to fixing this devastating reality by simply understanding the importance of the matter, knowing what we can do to fix it, and understanding what will happen if we don't take action. First, we will discuss why this is such an important topic in today's world. Next, we will speak about how you can help fix the problem. Then lastly, we will talk about what can happen if we don't take action. I have personally adopted my own pets many times and done ample amounts of research on the subject from sites like ASPCA.org, DoSomething.org, and Petpedia.co, which is proof of my credibility. The number of animals being put into shelters each year is an overwhelming amount, and for things to change, you will first need to understand why this is such a problem today. The main reason that we are seeing this happen today is because people are giving up their pets to the shelter or leaving them on the side of the road. This is quickly filling up shelters, whereas they are getting left to live. As these shelters fill up, room becomes scarce and limited. Their room is not unlimited and space for these animals to go, which leads many of them to be euthanized. You might state that there are shelters that do not kill their animals, but my response to that would be that even with those shelters, their space is also limited. Once the no-kill shelters are full, then they go to the other shelters where they will be euthanized for sure. Another reason we see so many animals being dumped off is due to overpopulation. According to DoSomething.org, only 10% of the animals received at shelters are spayed or neutered. This overpopulation problem is something that can be easily fixed by just taking the time to make sure your own pets are spayed and neutered. It can easily be done and can save multiple lives from euthanasia. Now that you know the reasons and how big of a problem this is causing in our world, you may be wondering how you can contribute to helping minimize this problem. The most important and apparent way one can help is simply by adopting a pet from a local shelter rather than shopping for a certain type of breed from a breeder. Some might say that they are really wanting a certain type of purebred dog that they wouldn't be able to find in a shelter, but luckily I have a solution for you. For example, a couple years ago, I wanted a purebred lab, but I knew that they were expensive and that it was a much better option to adopt. Through this process, I came across a place called Heart of Texas Lab Rescue, located in Austin, Texas. This place allows you to adopt purebred labs, which is exactly what I wanted. There's many places and sites just like this that will lead you to the exact dog or cat you want, but for adoption rather than from a breeder. Also, you can always still look into your local shelters and even let them know what you're looking for. They're always willing to help you find your forever companion. According to DoSomething.org, 25% of dogs that enter local shelters are purebred. So if you're willing to go out and look, you might find exactly what you're looking for. Another major way you can help is by simply making sure your dog or cat is spayed or neutered. This will significantly impact the number of animals entering the shelter year-round. It is approximately around $75 to do and takes less than a day, which makes it very doable for majority of people with pets. You might also say, well, I've already adopted a pet, or I'm not really looking for a pet due to time, work, or whatever else. And your animals might be fixed already, so you're wondering what you can do. That's totally okay, and you're definitely on the road to helping the cause, but there are definitely more ways to help. Another big way you can help is by donating to the local shelters. You can donate money, food, or anything that your shelter might specifically need. For these shelters to stay up and running and keep their animals healthy with proper care and treatment, then they are counting on your donations. A little from each person can go a long way. Now that you know what you can do to help, I just want you to be aware of what can happen if you don't take action. First, as we discussed, the shelters are full. The more the animals are left on the road and given up, the more shelters fill up. As they continue to be overfilled, more and more animals will be euthanized each year. Secondly, the breeders are constantly breeding animals for the world to purchase, will become more and more popular and wealthy when they have no good intentions towards the care of their dogs. According to Petpedia.co, around 90% of puppies sold in pet stores are from puppy mills, which is essentially an inhumane, high-volume dog breeding facility that only cares about the profit that's being made. By supporting local shelters and not choosing to adopt rather than shop, we are letting these inhumane breeders continue to do this and continue to make money off of it while there are millions of perfectly good pets sitting in cages waiting for you to adopt them. I hope today you decide to contribute to minimizing the number of dogs in shelters being killed after first understanding how important it is today, next knowing what you can personally do, and finally what will happen if you don't take action. Now before we close, I want you to look at this cute face or even think about your own pets. Now imagine them getting loose and being sent to a shelter that was full so that they would have no choice but to euthanize them. It's a sad thing to think about, but if we don't all do what we can to support local shelters by adopting, donating, and understanding, then this will continue to be the sad reality of the world. That's all. The first one was better.